This leads to the second major difference: satiety. Whole foods, with their intact fiber, water content, and natural matrix of macronutrients, are far more filling than their processed counterparts. An apple fills you up more than apple juice. A bowl of brown rice satisfies longer than a bowl of white rice. These effects aren't just anecdotal, they've been demonstrated in controlled studies. People consuming ultra-processed foods tend to eat more at meals and continue to snack sooner afterward, while those eating unprocessed diets self-limit without trying, even when calories and macronutrients are matched. Fiber plays a crucial role here. Found in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, fiber adds bulk to food, slows digestion, and nourishes the gut microbiome. But it's largely absent from most processed products. Without it, food passes through the stomach quickly, leaving you feeling hungry again sooner, even if you've technically consumed more calories. This satiety mismatch is one reason why people consistently overconsume processed calories without realizing it. Beyond satiety, there's a third issue: inflammation. Many ultra-processed foods contain industrial seed oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, artificial additives, emulsifiers, and excess sugars, all of which can promote low-grade chronic inflammation in the body. This isn't just a theoretical concern. Chronic inflammation has been linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even neurodegenerative disorders. By contrast, natural foods, especially those rich in antioxidants and phytonutrients, like berries, leafy greens, olive oil, and fatty fish, can actively reduce inflammation and support immune resilience. Another metabolic wrinkle is the thermic effect of food, TEF, the energy the body uses to digest and metabolize what we eat. Protein has the highest TEF, followed by complex carbs and fats. Whole foods typically have a higher thermic effect than processed ones, meaning you burn more calories just breaking them down. For example, digesting whole nuts or lean meats requires more metabolic effort than digesting protein bars or deli meats. In essence, you keep fewer calories from whole foods than from equally caloric processed ones, giving them a subtle metabolic advantage. Even beyond digestion and absorption, the long-term health outcomes of food sources are starkly different. Populations consuming diets based on whole foods, such as the Mediterranean or traditional Okinawan diets, have lower rates of chronic disease and longer life expectancy, even when their total calorie intake isn't dramatically lower than that of populations eating Western-style, processed diets. This suggests that the quality of calories, not just their quantity, plays a defining role in metabolic health and longevity. It's also important to recognize the psychological and behavioral consequences of ultra-processed eating. Foods designed to be hyperpalatable through exacting combinations of fat, sugar, salt, and synthetic flavorings can activate reward centers in the brain far more intensely than whole foods. This can lead to habitual overconsumption, cravings, and even addictive-like behavior in some individuals. Over time, the brain begins to seek out these fast-rewarding foods, even when the body has no physiological need for more energy. So while it may be technically true that a calorie is a calorie, this view is biochemically simplistic and nutritionally misleading. The human body is not a bomb calorimeter. It's a complex, dynamic system where hormones, enzymes, gut bacteria, and neurocircuitry all interact with the food we eat. The context of those calories, their composition, structure, processing level, and nutrient density matters profoundly. For individuals trying to maintain a healthy weight, reduce inflammation, or stabilize their energy, focusing on food quality is a more effective and sustainable strategy than obsessively counting calories. Shifting from processed to whole foods, even without strict calorie restriction, can naturally reduce appetite, improve metabolism, and lead to healthier body composition over time. Ultimately, the goal should not be to demonize food or induce fear, but to empower people with a more nuanced understanding of how food works in the body. When we recognize that processed calories are more than just energy, we can begin to make better choices, not just for our waistlines, but for our long-term health, resilience, and quality of life.